in-law was denied bail by the magistrate court as she was deemed to be a danger to the society by virtue of allegedly being found with a drug that can only be found in Malawi. So the court arrived at a decision that she is a danger to the society. You would remember that this case, I've always said it. Of course, I don't know much about the daughter of Emerson Mnangagwa, but in it, this case has the hallmark of vengeance against this daughter of Emerson Mnangagwa. In fact, this is a classic case study of how the family of Mnangagwa controls all state institutions in Zimbabwe. It's clear that this is not just a mere case. They want to punish their daughter-in-law, that is Kelsey Tafirenyika, because as well as also the uncle Isaac Jesup, because they believe she is behind Emerson Mnangagwa's son becoming a drug addict, that is Collins Mnangagwa. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Mipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, Mnangagwa's daughter-in-law deemed danger to society, denied bail. She faces charges of drug dealing and identity fraud. So these are the charges that she faces. Not so serious in my view. And I strongly believe, I'll repeat, that this arrest was a direct instruction of the First Lady to arrest the daughter-in-law. And also remember, it's not just a mere arrest. They want also to take away the properties of her. They believe that those properties were accumulated with the money from the Mnangagwas. And also, it must also, this case depicts above any other thing the criminality of the family of Emerson Mnangagwa. Remember, this is the daughter-in-law. The daughter-in-law married to criminals. The criminals understand that registering many properties under their son was going to actually raise eyebrows. So what they do, they change the identity of the daughter-in-law, because they know that if they register them under the daughter-in-law, it will be difficult for them to usurp these properties back. So they give there is no way this woman married to Collins Mnangagwa, the son of Mnangagwa, who is now a drug addict, they could have a fake ID and be that fake ID to remain unknown until she actually is captured of dealing with drugs. And this woman, where did she get those drugs? These are the fundamental questions. I believe these drugs were planted to keep her in prison, to punish her. It's quite important to hear the trial, and I hope it could actually kickstart as quickly as possible. We may hear a lot of things. Unfortunately, they won't broadcast this trial live, and I strongly believe inside the prison they are sending the Central Intelligence Organization and all the actually dogs of the state to make sure that she feels threatened and she may not reveal more information. But there is more into this story. So it says, let me just read the story. It says, President Emerson Mnangagwa's daughter-in-law, Kelsey Tafirenyika, and her uncle, Jesup, have been denied bail after a Harare magistrate ruled that they could pose a danger to society if released. Harare Regional Magistrate Marewa Nazo Kova said the allegations involved dangerous drugs and that there were no conditions strong enough to prevent the pair from fleeing or committing similar offenses. The society should be protected by keeping the accused persons locked, Kofa said. She also cited concerns over Tafirenyika's alleged possessing identity documents in another name, saying this made her a flight risk. She says there is prima facie evidence of identity documents of Kelsey Tafirenyika, as she uses another document in the name of Gertrude Baza. This indicates she is a flight risk, she said. The prosecution alleged police recovered pethidine, morphine, and cannabis from Tafirenyika's Greystone Park home and inside her Lamborghini parked in her yard, while Jessup was allegedly found with morphine and pethidine in a Mercedes-Benz. Prosecutors allege Jessup led police to Tafirenyika after his arrest, claiming she supplied him with the drugs. The magistrate rejected her claims that the drugs had been planted, saying, you see, it's very, very important. The magistrate rejected her claims that the drugs had been planted, saying Jessup's arrest and subsequent link to Tafirenyika undermined that argument. The matter was postponed to August 27 as the two await trial. Exactly what I predicted. Undermine my analysis at your own peril. The argument of this lady, the daughter-in-law of Emerson Mnangagwa, in her application of bail, she is of the view that these drugs were planted. All these drugs that we hear she possesses were planted. And on the issue of property, I'm yet also to hear more. I strongly believe the properties being registered in the other name of her. It's either that was created, you understand that at the moment we are led by a criminal government. They are capable of doing so. They can actually create another document of me, put my face and say it's a fake document, arrest me. They can plant any form of drugs. And if you look, do you think there is a drug dealer? I mean, if we are to apply common sense to this, do you think there is a drug dealer who can only possess drugs worth 200 US dollars? I mean, that is insanity. For goodness sake, if I am a drug dealer, if I deal with drug dealers, they are very rich people. They possess a lot of drugs. You can't say you just recovered drugs worth 200 and something, and already as investigation you say this person is a drug dealer, and you don't actually say this person abuses. If they said she abuses drugs, she's not a drug dealer, but she abuses drugs, it would have made common sense. Obviously, she procured those drugs to use them. It would have made sense. But saying a drug dealer can only possess drugs worth 200 US dollars. And remember, these drugs, they planted them in the car of the uncle. Mnangagwa is ruthless. You see, this is the relative of his daughter-in-law. And he decides to punish. Definitely, most probably, they could not locate the daughter-in-law. So in order to reach out to the daughter-in-law, they had to arrest the uncle, plant drugs to the uncle. And you heard that these people were tortured, forced to sign documents. And this is actually the matter that is in the courts, forced to sign those documents that they signed. They signed to the Zimbabwe Republic Police. These were thugs, not even police, sent by the wife of Emerson Mnangagwa to plant drugs. You see the level of criminality. Just imagine if they are doing this to their daughter-in-law. What about us ordinary citizens? And also this brings to this issue. Are we safe as citizens actually being led by this kind of a president who can actually instruct police to go and plant drugs. These drugs were planted. This lady cannot say the drugs were planted if they were not. I can attest to you. If she was a drug dealer, and the argument that she's a drug dealer, looking at the cost of the drugs that they discovered, you can remember these are the people who planted explosives to the car that was carrying Job Sikala in a foreign country. And who knows? Maybe they wanted to blow up the car. They wanted to assassinate Job Sikala. And these are the people who got Job Sikala arrested in South Africa. Thank God in South Africa, the criminal justice system is still not contaminated as it is in Zimbabwe. And it was discovered and unearthed that these were actually thugs. Part of the Central Intelligence Organization of Zimbabwe who committed such a crime in a foreign country. And one wonders, how did they transport these dangerous weapons to the Republic of South Africa? And this also speaks to the national security of South Africa. You know, if any government can actually send its agents with such dangerous weapons and they plant it to their citizens in a foreign land, what if those explosives exploded? So it does not come as a surprise to me. Really, I predicted this before even reading this thing. Sometimes, you know, I've got this. If because I know this case, I understood that they denied bail. They said she's a danger to the society because part of the drug that they planted there is only sold in you know, the insanity of the government of Emerson Mnangagwa. Just imagine the government of Malawi hearing that there's a specific drug which is only sold in their country. You know, Mnangagwa is a circus. I don't know what kind of drug that man smoke. Definitely his children cannot be taking drugs if he is not even taking drugs. The drug dealer that should be investigated is Mnangagwa and his sons, and also the wife of Mnangagwa. You know, people should see this woman pretends to be actually cleaning the youths from drugs, whilst she is the drug dealer herself. Because these thugs, police officers that planted those drugs, were definitely sent by her because she wanted her to be in prison. She wants also to go after her properties because she believes a woman cannot own properties. Properties can only be procured by a woman who is married to a son. That is in the actually narrow thinking of the wife. That woman, you can tell by the way she looks that this is like her. What we are hearing is typically like, you know, they are married to Mnangagwa and they appear to have a common understanding because they are the same. They are the same. I mean, that's why they move together. That's why they are married. That's why they have drug addicts, sons who are drug addicts. And you expect, you are told, you are sold an idea that these individuals are going to transform this country after having failed for 10 years. If you add the 2 years, then within these 2 years, they can Zimbabwe would be a meekly income earning economy. Earning economy, if I mean a fraudulent Zimbabwe income earning, they will do fraud as they are doing to the currency, claiming their currency is stronger than any other currency on the African continent. The currency that people are not even trading with. We are led and dealing with hardcore criminals. If they do so to their daughter-in-law, who happens to be pregnant, by the way, what about to us ordinary citizens? Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. I still invite you to support my album. I released my album about 2 days ago entitled Uzodlula by yours truly, Hloniphani Ncube. You need to search for it, and I will also insert one of the link of the videos if you are interested at actually listening to it and also being supportive. You can buy it on digital platforms. You can stream it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Let's get it going. Thank you very much once again. Okancubo Mhlabane is signing out. Let me give you. Let's meet on the side of the live broadcast. Definitely, as I